Hello, everyone. I'm Jeff Tucker, Product Manager for the Personal Productivity Group here at GitLab. We're going to be taking a look at our 17.4 milestone plans today. For this upcoming release, we have two key themes. We're looking to start development on the planned notification improvements, and we're continuing to refine feature designs to further build out the dev backlog. On the design track, we have completed our validation for the overall design vision for the notification center. Now we need to start breaking that design up into smaller, more iterable pieces, and those are the kind of features that we're going to be looking at in this current milestone. So if we take a look at some of the things we're going to be exploring, we are looking at how we can add a red state, a red and unread indicator, to the existing to-do list. This is an area that we're not sure we're going to move forward in the current to-do experience. We may save it for later when we look to further mature this into a full-on notification center, but we're taking a look at those challenges to understand them now. Next up, we're looking at adding the standard search bar experience into the to-dos list. This would allow for things like full text search, which would be the big addition, the ability to view recently used filters for your to-do list, as well as faceted search by a number of dimensions. Next up, we're looking at how to apply notification settings to the to-dos page. One of the core pieces of feedback we found in our user testing was that preferences abound when it comes to notifications. In the context of the to-do list, some folks find it already too cluttered and they want to be able to hide some things, not receive to-dos that they receive currently. And others find it lacking important and critical updates. So with this design, we're figuring out how to expose settings that allow people to tailor the to-do list to match their needs. Channel is another area that we're exploring. Some folks really like the email workflow that they've built for managing notifications from GitLab. We want to continue supporting that. And some really don't like email and would prefer to keep everything within GitLab. So we're going to enable a mode where they can do that as well. So that wraps everything on the design side. On the build side, we are starting to get into building out some of these concepts. The first epic that we're going to be targeting in this overall initiative is to mature the existing to-do list. So we've talked about renaming the to-do list to the notifications. That is impactful, and we want to hold off on that until we are fully ready to commit to it. But in the meantime, there are a number of features we found that will be useful to all users, regardless of whether we call the feature a to-do list or a notification center. First up on the list, we are converting the existing to-do list to a View app. This is some technical foundational work that we need to accomplish in order to enable a lot of the more interactive and rich features that we've got planned. Special thanks here to our core team member and external contributor, Marco Zeal. He's been doing a ton of work on this in the background to help get us ready to port this to that modern UI framework. We are also going to be adding some additional instrumentation over this milestone. We want to get a better understanding of how email notifications are being used today, how many we're sending out, how many are driving traffic back into GitLab. And so we'll be looking to instrument emails in this milestone to get better visibility into that information. This will help give us some insights and some guidance for what kind of changes and behavior we can expect from maturing the to-do list. And last up, we are going to be instrumenting the to-do list. Once it's ported over to the View app, we'll be able to do a lot more rich interactive usage tracking to better understand which features are being used, which aren't, so as to further inform the iterations that we're planning. Last up on the development side is some technical deep dives. We've got some spikes that folks are going to be looking at to understand mechanically how we can achieve some of the features we want to deliver in this maturity epic. We've also got a number of defects that we're going to be looking to address, which will help the team get further into the system, as well as providing benefit for the users that are impacted by those defects. So that wraps our plans for the 17.4 milestone. If you have any questions, you have any thoughts, you'd like to talk about this, please reach out. I'm happy to chat.